Welcome back, everyone, to FTBL Final Whistle. I see y'all in the comments, man. We're sorry, bro. We're working on it. That's our New Year's resolution. Be better with our timing, but we're working on it. What a day of football. What a week, actually. We got a lot to talk about, bro. United, the winning run continues. Arsenal, the momentum is halted. Not stopped, but it's momentarily halted. And then we got to talk about Liverpool. We got to talk about Spurs. We got to talk
hmm
about Chelsea, bro. There's a lot going on in the Premier League, but before we obviously get started, Cam, how are you today, bro?
All good, bro. All good. I'm feeling good. This is what I mean. I'm feeling good, bro. The vibes. Listen, let me not even say the vibes are back, but one game at a time. I'm feeling good. Teams drop points. Pretty much everyone drop points. Every single team drop points. So I'm not feeling too bad right now. How are you?
Hey, like I said, bro, you can't do bad when United. This is the second week, honestly, the second match day in a row that United are like the winners of the match day, bro. Last time you had all these teams dropping points, bar them. This time, all these teams, and tomorrow we got Chelsea versus City. One of those two are going to drop points as well. So, hey, I said it last week. I'll say it again today, bro. It's a great time to be a United fan. And with that being said, I think that's the perfect place to start off, bro. Man United 3, Bournemouth nil. We were saying a few weeks back that United really have to start running up the scoreline, bro. They had a negative goal difference a few weeks ago, and they hadn't really beaten teams convincingly. And I still think we're not at that level yet where we're just like peppering teams, but at least we're running up the goals now. That's 2 weeks in a row where we're beating bottom feeder teams in the league convincingly by 3, by 4. That's got to continue, bro, because you look at how many goals we've scored compared to the rest of the league, it's not good enough. But today, some rotation, right? It's not the usual starting 11, but that's needed. This is the busiest time of the year. United have probably played their same 11 more than any other team in the league. So you see the likes of Maguire come in, Van de Beek come in, Lindelof come in, and I think it kind of shows how weak United are in terms of depth, but they get the job done. There's one guy, of course, I want to speak about. I'm looking at you very, very closely at the moment. Very, very closely at the moment. Because look, bro, we run clinics at center back. We run clinics at left back. Luke Shaw, sleeper season. I keep telling you, bro. Very, very steady season. But we move in silence. This is what we do.
Well, clearly you don't move in silence
Nah,
because
no.
hold on. Clearly you don't move in silence because anything that happens, like you at me. So you're not yeah, you're not moving in silence. But now, great performance today, bro. Great performance today. You look at, you know what, bro? It's not forget. First of all, forget the goal and assist. Let's forget the goal and assist. The way he was playing out from the back, the drive even before the goal. There's even one moment that De Gea made a save, and then he got the ball turned out, cut a man inside. I was like, "You're moving me a little bit. Okay, you're. I'm listening. I'm
I
listening."
ain't never, ever seen you act like that before.
Bro, he's playing with mad confidence right now, and you can see that Ten Hag has probably instilled that in him, bro. Because you listen to his conversation the other day, and he was like, um, "Oh, the discipline in the club now," and he was just speaking very positively about the club. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, I'm happy with him right now. However, I've seen Luke Shaw go on good moments. I've seen him do this before. Does he do it consistently? Not enough for me. So I want to see that more consistent. I saw people saying, "Is he a supreme AF? Is he an
No.
AF? Is he da, da, da?" Listen, I need more. I need more. I need more. You see, peak Robbo. This was every single week, bro. Every single week. So I need it every single week. However, I ain't one of them people that don't give praise to someone when they're doing well. He did. That's like England, sure. You know what I
Mm.
mean? That's like England, sure. So credit to him. Well done, because the ball for the Bruno thing was mad, and the goal was lovely. Right foot finish as well. Can't knock it. Cannot knock it. Well done, mate. Well done, Luke.
I,
Well
I know it's
done.
paining you to say that right now, bro. I know you're saying that behind pained eyes at the moment. Look, for me, bro, Luke Shaw always said it, right? I don't think it's ever been a question of talent. I think technically he's very secure, very good defensively. He's strong, he's athletic. I think the problem with Luke Shaw has always been mental. And one thing I'll always say, right? He doesn't have delivery like the likes of Robertson. He doesn't have delivery like the likes of Teo Hernandez. That's not his game. But I think you look at so he's not a supreme attacking fullback in my eyes, but you look at guys like Zinchenko, who also aren't that kind of fullback. I think Luke Shaw kind of falls more into that area of left back in terms of he plays inverted, he plays deeper, he plays the ball from deeper, splits lines. I think that's the kind of style he is. So will he ever have the numbers that Robertson has? Never, in my opinion. Ultimately, that might be why he'll never be as good as a Robertson. But I think, bro, as long as he can stay focused, stay concentrated, and keep up these levels, United have a good left back in my opinion, and I think Malacia. I've always said it. I don't shit on that guy like I did Tellez, for example, who I thought was completely out of his depth at United. But I think Malacia has to grow a bit. I think he's got a good player in front of him. He's young. He's only going to improve. But Shaw at the moment, I think he's fully made that position his own, bro.
Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, Malacia was 12 million. Do you know what I mean? He was a 40 million pound signing who's now come in and he's been displaced. It was a 12 million pound signing, which looks like he was there to kick Shaw up the backside, bro, and be like, listen, your last chance saloon, because this guy's even of a good age. Do you know what I mean? Malacia's of a good age, so he could be the one to take it for years. So look, we've seen Luke Shaw have competition many times, then go start playing hard, and then that guy leaves, and then Shaw has a bad season, and then another guy comes, and Shaw plays it. We've seen this enough times, so we just need him to carry it on and cement your place. Be one of the leaders in the team, bro. You've been here 8 years. This is your contract. Is meant to be coming soon, right?
Contract year.
Bro, I don't want to be fooled. Do you know what I mean? I'm watching everything closely. Do you know what I'm saying? But credit to him, and he's just another one of them players that I think Ten Hag is just galvanizing. You know, he's galvanizing him. We're talking about Rashford every week. He's galvanizing Rashford. You know what I mean? These are the type of things that you need your managers to do. And remember, start of when Ten Hag came, and I think it might have been me and you, and I said he needs to improve at least 7 of these guys. If we can walk away and say 7 men here will be part of Manchester United going forward, then he's done a good job. And so far, I think we can see there's about 7, 8 players that will stay at the club while Manchester United continues to build. And then the rest, Maguire's, Lindelof's, and that will start to filter out.
Phased them out, of course.
Exactly.
Of course.
Very well done. Very well done. But I can't be fully fooled with Luke Shaw just yet, man. Just yet. But good performance today.
No,
I'll probably say get man of the match today.
He's up there. Casemiro. I mean, we'll talk about him too as well, bro. I want to give another shout out to Wan-Bissaka because we talked about him, how he's really kept his head down, no complaints from him, and just performed. Today, that looked like peak Wan-Bissaka from a few seasons ago. Very steady in defense, was pretty secure in possession as well. Good performance from him. And yeah, we'll talk about Casemiro, bro. This guy is just Rolls Royce, bro. Honestly, he's unbelievable. I said it at halftime. Remember earlier in the season, I was telling you I think Lissandro is our best player. I'm fully ready to just accept that Casemiro is. No, you were right. And I think I'm ready to say Casemiro might be United's best signing post Fergie. I genuinely think he might be, bro. When you see a player at the peak of his powers, and the peak of his powers are this level, Champions League winning levels, and then you put him like next to the guys in our team, like Eriksen, clearly isn't at that level, or Wan-Bissaka. Like he just looks a total level above anyone, bro. And the stat I saw this week was like when him and Varane played together, United haven't conceded a single goal this season when they're on the pitch at the same time. He just makes you feel secure as a fan, bro. Under Ollie, I never felt comfortable during games. With Casemiro at United right now, I'm just cruising at the moment, bro. I'm watching, laid back, fan on 30, AC. Bro, I'm chilling with Casemiro, bro. The guy just oozes class, man. Unbelievable player.
Nah, bro. Honestly, look, this ain't something that I'm not familiar with, bro. This ain't something that I'm not familiar with. Best defensive midfielder, as I've said numerous times in the world. I've been saying this for years and years and years and years. He's just so good, bro. For me, he's just so good, and we're in an era now, this Premier League era, where you either got to be a deep lying playmaker or you got to be a hard nut. You can't be either. You got to be a left interior centre midfielder, or you got to be a final third midfielder. You got to do this. You got to do that. Casemiro is just straight up. Put me on the pitch. I'm a centre midfielder and I'm going to be a midfield general. Simple as that. I don't want to hear about he can do this, he can do that. He's an all-round top player, bro. And those are the type of players I love. That's why I love Patrick Vieira's. You know what I mean? That's why I love them type of players, because they just get on the pitch and make things happen. Your centre midfielders are meant to be your best players, bro, because they are meant to be able to do a little bit of everything. Get me a goal if I need it, defend, pass, get around, have a little bit of drive. You're meant to have everything as a centre midfielder. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And that's what Casemiro has. Absolutely world level, bro. And everyone talking about it's just Bournemouth and Forest. Oh yeah, because we just made this opinion up after Bournemouth and Forest games. come on, like I haven't seen the last 10 years of Casemiro. Like I haven't seen what he's done so far at Man United, even before, even without those games. Absolutely sensational, bro. And you can see he feels like a leader on that team. You can see the players are now even giving him the ball in positions where I'm sure people didn't even expect him to. This guy's whipping in crosses. This guy's popping up on the edge of the box. He is just special, bro. He is special. Oh, bro.
Bro, that pass he played to Martial was so dumb, bro. Oh my god, put it on a plate for him.
Like he's but the thing is, he's got that in his locker, you know. He's got that little right half space dink in his locker. He's done that enough times in his career, but nah, he's levels above, man. Levels
class,
above.
bro. He's class, bro. Aiden goes, Cam's grew up on Evra, Elias grew up on Shaw. That's Cap. Cam actually grew up on Dennis Irwin, bro. Cam grew up on Irwin. Hey, you thought you could catch me off guard? Hell no.
Bro,
let's talk about
who did you grow up on?
Butler, bro. Don't
no, you grew up on Butler. Yeah, you grew up on Butler.
So what, we're moving 2009-10 to 2012-13. I'm just pushing it up. Oi, Butner, man, don't kill me. That debut goal against Wigan.
Oi, that was hype still.
Yeah, let's talk about the forwards, bro, because as well as things are going for United at the moment, and I've been on the record, I expect United to finish top 4 this year. I know we've been kind of trained as United fans the last few years to temper our expectations and not get carried away, but I think the way the league is set up this year, looking at the other teams we'll talk about later, United has a very good chance of making top 4 in my opinion. But for me, what's separating them still from the top 2, potentially top 3 teams in the league is the forward line. There's not enough goals in this team, bro. And we talked about Ronaldo all throughout the season. Should he be playing? Should he not? Ultimately, he's not here anymore. And his replacement, or the next guy up, has been Martial. And look, I think Martial did okay the first half of the season when relied upon, gave us some good minutes in the Europa League especially. But I think ultimately, let's be real here. He is not Man United level, or at least he's not the level that Man United is aspiring to get to. For me, I think of Lacazette last year at Arsenal, and that's kind of what I see with Martial at the moment. He's a stopgap until Man United can go into the market and find their number 9 for the next 5 years. I think that's the reality of it. They're looking for their Gabriel Jesus. They currently have Lacazette up front. Bro, like we talked about the Casemiro ball to him. A top number 9 puts that in, makes it 3-0, bro. And ultimately, that's not what he is. And I keep hearing this thing about like the fact he was at Sevilla last year and still didn't really light the world up. And now he's back at United starting. In what universe does that happen? So I'm ultimately not too harsh on him just because I realize he's not good enough. And I don't think anyone really thinks he is the future for United. But, bro, they got to bring some forwards in. I hope it's this window, but I have a feeling that they're going to kind of do what Arsenal did last year too and almost basically forgo the window and then go into the summer where they can get their target.
Look, everyone is such in a position where everyone wants to make an impact on their squad now. We're seeing Chelsea. We're seeing they're trying to hijack Mudryk right now. We're seeing Chelsea try and get Enzo. We're seeing Arsenal try and make moves. You know what I'm trying to say? We need to be doing the same. Like, we're in a position here where even if it's 3rd, 4th, whatever it is, we're in a position to get a target that we need, like in terms of position-wise in the table. So why not go and get a guy right now? If it's the Felix situation, go and solve that. Go and negotiate with Atletico Madrid and get that guy into the club because, bro, my bad. Thingy is not good enough, bro. Martial, I'm tired of even talking about it. I'm tired of saying, oh, he's just unfit. And brother, he's 27 years old and we treat him like he's literally Cristiano Ronaldo's age. It's absolutely incredible. He's just not good enough. He's been at Man United for long enough. Come off the bench, make an impact if you want, maybe. Cool, yeah. If you want to sit and do that role. But the permanent Manchester United number 9, that's absolutely absurd, bro. He's not at that level. So we just need to move on from that. You know what I mean? Bring in somebody that can help us score goals. And the thing is, it's not as straightforward as bringing a 9, like in the summer, maybe a Vlahovic or whatever, you know what I mean, can come in and score our goals. But if you improve your performance level, the chances of you scoring goals are higher, you know? And that's what everyone talks about Martial, right? It's not about the goals and assists, but you got to watch his link up. And okay, cool. So why don't you get in somebody like a Felix who is just as good as that, if not better, at doing stuff like that? You know what I mean? And it might allow others to score goals. Arsenal brought in Jesus, who's not an absolute goal scorer, but he improved how they score goals and how they attack. So it could be a similar situation to that, but we definitely need somebody else in. We can't be relying on this forward line, bro. Like Rashford is getting his goals, which is great. Garnacho, he's a great impact sub. I don't think he's a starter, but he's a
Yeah,
great impact sub.
definitely.
And he shouldn't have to be a starter at 18 years old. He shouldn't have to be. So these are the positions that you want to bring him in. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Bring him into these positions where he's coming on this 2-0 or he's coming on this 1-1. Go and make an impact. Go and make a difference. You know what I mean? However, we need to try and bring somebody in, man. We need to try and bring someone in.
Bro.
But that's a good comment by Jose. Hopefully we get Sancho back. You know what I'm trying to say? And we see what happens with him.
Sancho's like a new signing. Is that what we're saying?
Hey, listen, I'd like to see him at least for Charlton, maybe. You know, Charlton game, maybe. I don't know, but he's not even training with the first team yet, so that might be unrealistic.
It's way too early.
If we can get him back for like Charlton or something, then let's see what can happen, bro. But yeah, now we're moving in the right direction, bro. As a team, we're moving in the right direction. Eriksen, 6 assists in the Premier League. Great deliveries. Those deliveries have helped us a lot, man. He puts him in the danger areas. How many clean sheets is that now? Is that 9?
A lot, bro.
9 clean sheets.
Yeah, no, we're defensively. This might be a hot take, right? I think defensively we're as good as any team in the league at the moment. At the moment, for sure. We just seem more solid, bro. Like there's men in there. They want to defend. Of course, like we do get, bro. Like today, De Gea had to make some big saves, and I look at Maguire, for example, right? Like this guy is so cooked, in my opinion, bro. He's so shaky. But for the most part, I think defensively, United are quite solid. Like they're up there with the best teams in the league.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Brighton game didn't help, and the City game didn't help, which I think Ten Hag himself probably hasn't said it, but he got both those selections, in my opinion, wrong.
Yeah.
But he's going to make mistakes as a new manager with learning these players, who to trust, who's going to be part of his, trusted men. So one game at a time, bro. Like I'm seeing some people talk about top 4. I'm seeing some people talk about a title challenge, whatever. One game at a time. One thing that we have got is whatever we do is the future's in our hands. We got Arsenal, we got City coming up. We could lose both games, and all of a sudden it's solely just top 4, try and get into those positions, or you could win both games or whatever, and all of a sudden you're looking above you. One game at a time, bro. You know what I mean? I told you, I let them Arsenal, man, have we move in silence. You guys can have that. Enjoy that one. We'll take that back next season, but enjoy that one. But for now, one game at a time.
Guys in the chat are not vibing with me saying United are one of the best defensive teams in the league. I don't care about the record, bro. Because look, they've had games where they conceded 4, they've conceded 6. But I said at this moment, United are playing like one of the best defensive teams in the league. I think Newcastle are up there as well. They're one of the best defensive teams in the league. You can look at a team like City, for example. I don't care how many goals they've conceded. You look at them and their defense gets split like 4 to 5 times a game. So goals conceded hype, bro. I think United right now, they're defending well.
Yeah, United are defending well. 9 clean sheets. I said, listen, we've conceded a lot of goals in certain games. That's the problem. We conceded a lot of goals in certain games. So contextually, when you put in context, that's when you got to look at it properly. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because I remember like people will say like, oh, Liverpool had the best defense for a while and City was shaky, but Edison was winning Golden Gloves for fun. So it was like, do you know what I mean? It's all about context. It's all about context. You looked at Van Dijk, Matip, and them, they were defending with ease. Liverpool never looked problem, but City somehow were walking away with the Golden Glove all the time. It was just, it's just like that. So it's all contextually, man.
We got a comment here. Enrico Alfonso goes, Ten Hag has a 72% win rate from 25 games so far and 1 loss in 16. So that's what I'm saying, guys. You can talk about the 4-0s, the 6-3s earlier in the season. I'm talking about right now, the last 16 games. Like you say, Cam, the proof's in the pudding, bro. Like they're keeping clean sheets. They're defending well. Are they playing as high as I would like to? Probably controlling games and like really choking teams in? Probably not. But I like the way they're playing at the moment. And you look 1 year into Ten Hag's project. No, 6 months in. I think United fans can be happy with where they're at. Anything else about United that you want to touch on before we move on?
No, man, not really. As I said, listen, we just do our thing. You know, all the rivals, they're angry today. They want to project their anger on us. Why? We just getting on with our business. Why? Why, bro? Why do they want to, you know what I mean? Why do they want to talk about us? We play still like the same. I remember everyone telling me, you guys are Ollie in disguise and that. Okay, so let us get on with our Ollie in disguise team. You guys are angry because you guys didn't get your results. That ain't on us. We're just doing our thing.
All we
People
can worry about
bring
is ourselves.
one thing. Bring the comments. Ten Hag's post game comments, please. While we're
Yeah. Drop the quotes in here.
post game comments, man. Drop those ones. But yeah, listen. We go about our business, one game at a time. We move. No,
Let's
no, no,
move
no, no,
on.
no, no, no. It's not this. Just
What,
this.
this is for the title challenge.
Listen, the
I
new
like that
Rashford.
Rashford celebration, by the way. I like
I
it.
like his mentality.
Mm,
I like his mentality.
mm.
One game.
Anyways, let's move on to Arsenal. Arsenal, the momentum is halted. No need to worry, but the momentum is halted. They look like they're about to win every single game. You probably watched this game more than me, so I don't want to come out with any hot takes. I watched like the last 10, 15 minutes because I clocked at one point. I was like, bro, we got to talk about this game. Let me tune in to see what they were doing. But the last 15 minutes, it looked like Arsenal were all over Newcastle. I'm sure a few people may say that there should have been a penalty at the end. Me personally, I didn't think so. But what did you think about that game? Is it a fair result, Nil?
That comment is hilarious. That Rayad comment. And I said, Eric, turn up. We cooking, bruh. No, I watched both games. I had it on split screen. And what I saw from Arsenal, first 15, 20 started on fire, bro. I was tweeting, yo, this is like going to Anfield nowadays. You're gonna get run up out of here, bro. It's smoky. Do you know what I mean? Arsenal try and get you in and get out, bro, quickly. And I remember when Alex Ferguson used to say, if you survive the first 15, 20 to 30 minutes against the Liverpool side, you've got a chance. And it kind of felt like that in this game. When I was watching it, Arsenal, yeah, they started well, but then Newcastle, even towards the second, to later in the first half, they started growing in confidence, bro. They started getting on the ball. They started popping it down the sides. They started putting it in the box, and they looked like, okay, we're going to be here to actually compete. Because in the beginning, it was looking like a Atletico Madrid type performance, where it's just like, we're going to rug it, and however we score, we score. But then they started actually trying to grow. They actually started trying to grow. But then second half came along, they were still competing. But then I do think there was probably a point around the 70th minute, 65th minute, where they were just like, all right, we'll take a point today. Arsenal, give us what you got. And bro, that Newcastle low block is peak, bro.
It's
First
tough.
half, Saka, I thought Saka was going to score a hattie. He was eating up on Dan Burn, driving through the midfield, but then they just dropped the line a little bit, told them, let's see what you got. Trippier, everyone talks like he's a scrub. He had Martinelli for food today. He had Martinelli for food. So all round, I think Newcastle did their job very well, bro, defensively. And we gotta be honest though, Newcastle are not an easy team to play. They drew against City, very unlucky against Liverpool. Beat Chelsea?
Yeah, they did beat Chelsea. And they actually like stepped on Chelsea. That was dominant performance.
Drew versus us.
Yeah.
Did they beat Spurs?
I think they beat Spurs at what's it called? White Hart Lane.
Bro, this is a team.
They've lost one game all season, and like you said, bro, they were unlucky to lose that game.
Yep, they were here to come. They're here to compete, bro. They're here to compete. They're not a joke, bro. So exactly, Liverpool's defense. Newcastle's defense is serious, bro. Botman
is one of the signings of the season, bro.
That's an underrated signing this season, bro. People are talking about Lissandro. People are talking about Kanji and all these. That is an underrated signing this season. What a signing he has been, bro. And he's a name that had been floating around football for so long. And Newcastle were the ones to just finally be like, you know what, we'll bring him in. And they looked good, man. Arsenal fans, some of them are panicking a little bit. Like saying, you know, the penalty or this is what they need. This is why they need this person. But listen, you can't win every game. Exactly. You can't win every game, bro. Yeah, I'm trying to say. You can't win every game, but you just can't have too many of these. That's all it is. That's all 100%. It is.
100%. These games happen, bro. I mean, look, Arsenal had won every single game at the Emirates this year. Very few teams can go an entire season winning every single game at home. So look, and Newcastle is that team that are going to give you problems, bro. I keep saying.
So when is the North London derby then?
I think that's their next Premier League game if I look it up real quick. But on the topic of Botman, for me, bro, Botman's
smoke City. Smoke Spurs.
Oh, we'll talk about Spurs, bro, because Conte, boy, I'm coming for you, bro. But boy, that's their next Premier League game, January 15th. But Botman, on the subject of Botman, right? You talk about Newcastle, and I keep bringing up their takeover. When they first got taken over by the Saudis, everyone was saying, "Oh, where's the Robinho signing going to come from? Like, are they going to go by Bale or Coutinho?" And I was probably in the minority of people saying, "Look, that signing may have been a big like name to like get the city project underway, but that wasn't a successful signing in terms of like on the field. Players like Bruno Guimaraes, players like Botman, players like Trippier, players like Nick Pope, Dan Burn, like these guys have been smart, affordable signings, and Newcastle haven't even gotten serious when it comes to like spending serious money because they can flex their financial power on anyone, but they've been very smart with their signings. And to be in third place, one defeat in what 17 this early into the season. Hey, Eddie Howe is working miracles for them, bro. Because I see players still like Jacob Murphy. I'm seeing Willick. I'm seeing guys that, let's be honest, bro, if they play in the Champions League next year, like they're gonna look out of place. But for them to be this high in the league with these players is super impressive, bro.
They'll probably sign like 6 players in the summer. They'll probably sign like 6 players. If they get Champions League, they'll sign some players in the summer because they have to. Because as you mentioned, they're punching above their weight at the moment. They're playing ahead of their schedule. But at the same time, what's that? Apparently the ball was only in play. Yeah, no, I do agree with that. First and foremost, the referee, he was dishing out bookings like, I'm like, bro, you got a bet on or something. He was booking everyone, but you know what I mean? He was booking everyone. But Newcastle did come with some tactics today. You saw it. They were laying down longer. They were taking long to do their kicks. They were fouling. Bro, Newcastle came to be nasty today, and they got their result, man. That was straight out of Diego Simeone's book, bro. Only thing you don't want is that other teams have tried this as well. Newcastle just done it better. We saw West Ham try this. We've seen Fulham try it. We've seen other teams try it, and Arsenal got them out of it. Newcastle are just a good team, and Arsenal just got to take down the chin. But there may be some concerns for them because someone like Ben White, apparently he was fatigued, you know, and stuff like Europa hasn't even started yet.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're getting fatigued, one thing about Arsenal, but this is a player that didn't even play the World Cup. So one thing about Arsenal is they are the only team in the Premier League, well, top team, I think, that know their starting 11. Easy. City fans, I don't even think can tell you their best 11. We can't. Who's starting up front? We don't even have a clue, bro. I mean, we don't. So I think Arsenal go with that flat 11 every single week, the best 11 that they have. There may be times where a little bit of fatigue can kick in, so they are going to need to jump in the market. You know what I mean? Unless the way you get away with those type of stuff is either, I don't know how Liverpool were staying injury free in their title runs for not one injury. The FA should have looked into that, but Leicester did that, and so did Chelsea 16-17. But Leicester 16-17, Leicester and Chelsea were both 1 game a week.
Yeah,
Liverpool weren't. They were just their man. Salah and Mane played like 50 games in a row, bro. I don't know how they did that.
If I speak on that, bro.
But listen, Arsenal are going to need to probably recruit maybe like one. I don't think they'll get 2. I don't think they'll get Mudryk and Felix. If they do,
that'd be crazy. But they're even talking, Cam, right now that Chelsea are looking to hijack the Mudryk deal. I think Todd Bowley, honestly, bro, they got to start looking at how this guy is negotiating. I feel like he just looks over at who my man on the right has. Who are you guys scouting right now? We'll take him, actually. We'll throw another 20 million on top of that. Like, I feel like they just try and hijack everyone's moves. But look, Arsenal, I think they'll be all right, to be honest with you. They're my pick to win the league. I already said for me, they're champions elect. But hey, we'll see what happens. RA here with the super chat says, do you have any concerns Newcastle may fall out of the top 4 towards the end of the season like West Ham did last year? That's kind of been something I've been going back and forth with, Cam, because I think the main contender for top 4, look, you got United, you got Newcastle, you got Liverpool, you got Spurs. And before yesterday, I was thinking to myself, I think Newcastle, like you kind of just said with West Ham, will fall off just because they don't have the squad depth of other teams. And let's face it, they don't have the quality of the other teams that they're competing against. I named some of the guys like Willick and Dan Burn as well as he's playing, or Jacob Murphy. These are not like Champions League level players in my eyes, at least not on paper. But then you look at the way they're grinding out results like they are, and you look at the form that Liverpool and Spurs are, I don't want to rule them out, bro. Like I would probably pick Liverpool gun to my head, but you can't rule them out. You'd be foolish to.
Bro, I think Newcastle are not going to make the top 4, yeah. But my team to put them in there was Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly.
And Liverpool are spooky, bro.
Do you want to speak on them?
We can, because bro, that team are spooky. I'm like, yeah, Liverpool are gonna kick into it eventually. Like, yeah, come on. But then I'm seeing Ox is starting. Fair play to him. He scored. And then I'm seeing like Elliot and this and that. And I'm just kind of like, these guys ain't actually that good, bro. Like the badge is moving me. But Van Dijk ain't playing at a level.
Boy,
Fabinho, listen, mate, he's not probably
cooked.
not the top 5 DM in the league anymore.
Yeah, he's cooked, bro.
You know what I mean? Henderson, we know Henderson's on his way out. You're still playing Ox in 2023.
Darwin.
Mate,
Yo,
15 out of 19 big chances.
this guy's a conundrum, bro. Darwin Nunez is a conundrum. I can't figure him out.
At this point, I'm just kind of like, and then listen, Mr. Talisman Mo Salah. Listen, the thing is, like you said on stoppage, I don't want to ever hear about this again. That's the thing.
I don't want to hear about this ever again.
Bro. I
know if you say what you want to say, they'll get you out of here for 6 months, bro. I know if you say what you want to say.
Bro, I just don't even listen. I don't even want to be a broken record. One thing I didn't rate is that after the game, Carragher spoke about Carvalho and Elliot are not Liverpool players. I'm like, but why are you digging out the youngsters? He might not want to be digging them out, but I'm sorry. I just watched the game where Van Dijk got hooked at the half time. I just watched the game where Fabinho was non-existent, where Salah was non-existent, and then at the end of the game, you speak about Carvalho and Elliot. Can the big players please step up? Because Alisson is. Can you guys help him out, please? Because Trent turned up yesterday.
True.
Can you guys help him out? Because I'm looking at when Liverpool need a goal, they're going for Trent for inspiration. I'm seeing.
But bro, Cam, that's always been since Mane basically fell off. Liverpool's primary chances come from Robertson and Trent. And I'm tired of this notion that Liverpool still play rock and roll football or that they're entertaining to watch. Liverpool, and this is no bias in my heart. People will say, "Oh, you're a United fans, you're speaking like this." Liverpool are dead to watch, bro. All they do for 90 minutes is just spam crosses into that same area of the pitch. And that's how their Oxlade-Chamberlain goal came. And it came from Brentford, honestly, just like a lack of concentration. But Liverpool didn't really bother Brentford yesterday. The second half, they had most of the ball. They didn't bother them whatsoever, bar the goal. And it's all because they have no creation coming through the middle. They at least used to have Firmino who would drop deep and create space for others. And Mane especially would give you a moment out of nothing at times. And Salah in front of goal is deadly. But these days, if they don't just basically whip in 50 crosses from either side and one guy will get ahead to it because the other team falls asleep or it's just a dime from Trent, they will give you nothing in terms of chance creation. I honestly think they're one of the most boring teams in the league to watch.
But what you got to remember is that Klopp's philosophy, and by his own words, is pressing is the new creativity. So Liverpool used to win the first and second ball, and you lose that first and second ball with Mane and Salah. Listen, go back, go home, because they're just going to punish you. Them man are explosive, they're quick, they're killers. But now that Liverpool have lost that press, Liverpool have completely lost that press. You see it once every 5 games. I'm like,
it's disjointed. Yeah.
But that press is gone. Yeah, so they're not winning the first and seconds anymore. Brentford absolutely bullied them yesterday. Liverpool never used to get bullied. They'll be like, all right, cool, we can mix it. But now that press is gone, teams are not feeling disjointed playing against Liverpool. I remember when I used to watch Liverpool, and I always used to be like, why do defenders make so many mistakes against Liverpool? Like
fear factor, bro.
Why are you there? Like, what is going on? And that's because, bro, one, they'll run you down. They disjoint you, bro. Them crosses that Trent is throwing in 24/7, Robertson's, they used to be switching it to each other. They used to be just peak. Now teams can just sit back and look at Liverpool and not much is going to happen. Trent, okay, he pulled out an absolutely worldy of a left foot cross and stuff. He can still do that. But the chances of just relying on that without the rest of the cog working, now you're just killing him. He's just going to end up looking like, oh, whatever. He's just swinging in crosses, not going to work out. That's what I'm saying. How are you going to switch this up? Klopp. How are you going to switch it? Because Klopp is the one that's saying, I'm tired of signings or talking about signings talk. He's the one that didn't go for that. Well, I don't know if they did, but he was like, our midfielders are great in the summer.
That's why for me, bro, Klopp deserves so much criticism, bro. In my eyes, he deserves so much criticism. I see Liverpool fans on Twitter trying to deflect because they still got big feelings for Klopp. And it's Pep Linders' fault. They're blaming the assistant for writing his book. They're basically saying they pretend like Klopp is being brainwashed by this guy. Klopp is not 5 years old, guys. This is at the end of it, whether you blame FSG or not, right? Klopp's reluctance to move away from guys that he shows loyalty to, whether it's Milner, whether it's Henderson, whether it's Oxlade-Chamberlain, these guys under any top level, I'm not saying Klopp's not a top manager, but under the likes of Pep, under the likes of Fergie, under the likes of Conte, under the likes of Mourinho, would have been out the door 2, 3, 4 years ago. So for Klopp to basically come out and say, I'm happy with our midfield, why are people still complaining about signings? For me, it's a spit in the face of the fan base, bro. Because unless you enjoy watching the football that your team's playing out there, these players are cooked. They're washed. They're not in the standards anymore.
This is what happens when you give people the godlike figure at your club, and you've not won that much for me. Like, yes, you've won stuff, but you've not won that much for a club like Liverpool. I remember I asked the question at the start of the season. I said, if Klopp retired tomorrow, would Liverpool fans give him a statue? And they were saying yes. I was like, what?
Respect your club, please.
I was like, Liverpool. So of course he's gonna talk like this. He can do what he wants. This is how Arsene Wenger started talking in the decline. Wenger was doing whatever he wants.
Facts.
Wenger was above the club at that point, and that's how Liverpool fans have made Klopp feel. And now they're starting to realize, oh, hold on, he actually does have flaws. And now you got to start reeling it back and start putting the pressure on him, because talking about all this Pep Linders and stuff, please, like, so what? So when it goes well, it's Klopp. When it goes bad, it's Pep Linders.
This is the first time, Cam, I've ever seen in my life a fan base blame all the attention on an assistant coach. I've never seen this in my life.
Right, it's madness though. Like he needs to pattern it up. But I do think, listen, how long are Liverpool going to persist with Darwin Núñez not scoring these goals where he's getting put in these areas? Because let's keep it 100. If Salah was in them positions, just hat trick a game, mate. Okay, true, say the movement and stuff, but I'm watching Liverpool and I'm seeing them move the ball towards Núñez way more than Salah. Now, Salah, as much as I say about him, I've always said he's an elite goal scorer. You got to put Salah in positions to score the goals, bro. Simple as that. Not Darwin Núñez, because he needs to adjust to the... No, you're in a top 4 fight talking about he needs to adjust to the league. Give it to the guy who's actually established and got you titles. Put Salah in positions to score goals. Salah is having to try and assist Núñez. Salah is playing a little bit wider. I'm like, bro, put Salah where
you have to get Salah as close to goal as possible.
Even if you have to put him centre forward, bro, put the guy as close as possible to score goals, because you can't be relying and watching my man do 15 out of 19 misses. Not to say Salah's been the most clinical himself this season, but I know who I trust more. Do you know what I mean?
And here's the thing too of Núñez, right? Núñez doesn't play like centrally, in my opinion. Like he's not your focal point like Erling Haaland. Núñez drifts out to the left most of the game, bro. Of course, he ends up in central positions, but he's basically playing almost as like a left forward. So I don't see any excuse for Salah to be playing as wide as he is. Like his best work comes when he's as close to goal as possible, because his instincts, his anticipation, his snapshots. That's what I love the most about Salah. He can get a snapshot out of nothing, but you don't get all that stuff when he's touching the. When
Salah's in the box, you can't tackle him. His dribbling in the box is class.
He's
outside the box and all that stuff, it's not for me. But when he's in the box, one move, boom, it's deadly. So you need to get him as close as possible. I'm not understanding it. I'm not understanding that, bro. But listen, Gakpo's coming in. Let's see what he's gonna do. But is he gonna solve the issues? I don't know. I feel like even if Gakpo scores, he might get his. But is that going to contribute to the overall result? I don't know. But you look at Gakpo, Darwin, and Salah. That sounds like 3 men who are kind of on the same kind of tip.
Yeah.
I mean, like the cohesion doesn't sound. You think about Mane, Firmino, Salah. That is like beautiful.
They all complement each other. Yeah.
Gakpo, Darwin, and Salah.
That ain't moving me.
I think he'll score goals though, but I don't know, man. They're in trouble, man. Liverpool are in trouble, boy. But listen, I'm enjoying it.
Look, it's weird too of Núñez, right? Like Núñez, I heard it earlier in the season when Liverpool fans were saying, "Yo, you got to let him load. You got to give him time." But how long can you basically just sit back and say, "Oh, I don't really mind this because he's creating chances. Like, oh, he's getting these How long can you basically sit back and just accept that? Eventually, bro, he's got to start scoring some of these goals.
And the thing is, it'll turn very quick. It'll turn very quick. It's the same thing I said about Jesus. As much as your performances are good, if Arsenal started dropping points with him there, they would have been like, brother, can you score, please?
Exactly.
Same with Núñez. Okay, you can win games. And it's like, I love this guy, man. He's always in the position. As soon as you start losing, it's like, bro, score. Like you're taking the piss now. Like score goals. Man of the matches for havoc. That ain't gonna run. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna
Expected
run.
chaos.
So listen, I think he's always gonna score goals because that's his type of player as he is. But how impactful are his goals gonna be at this rate? I'm not seeing it's gonna be impactful. You know what I mean? So he needs to do much, much better, much better. But Liverpool, they are looking cooked because
They got to get their ideas together
one thing we're
quick.
not even talking about.
Mm,
They are so easy to play against, bro.
thank you.
Like teams are liable getting behind Liverpool with ease. The Mr. Van Dijk, the greatest centre back ever that he was. Listen, I've said
Welcome
it
to
before,
Good Dude University. You are a newest. You are a newest student.
bro. I've said before, for him to even have come back to the level that he has after an ACL at 29, 30, I respect you, bro. I rate it. Bants aside, I rate it. However, the guy is not elite anymore, bro. He's not elite. And I actually don't like this whole jogging thing and the calm. I saw Mbuemo burn
Skin
him.
him.
I was like,
Skin him.
no. I was like, no. You know, when you watch like sometimes I'm watching LeBron's dunks, I'm like, them hops are a bit weak, you know. That hop was a bit,
Oi,
do you know what I mean? The age is
his
getting
wrist hit his wrist hit the rim real quick.
yo. I'm like, yo, it's going a little bit, and you can see Van Dijk has lost 2-3 yards, bro.
Mm.
2-3 yards. So I'm worried about that.
Bro,
I'm
Van
dead
Dyke, this is like
serious. Fans
when
aside,
Liverpool, yeah,
I'll go Matip and Konate, bro. I'm dead serious, bro. To
Van
start.
Dyke right now, bro, he looks like when you know how Liverpool fans, when they were trying to big up Van Dyke the most and they were bringing other center backs down and they were linking like John Terry, age 35 versus Sunderland or Rio versus Bellamy at age 32. Your man hit these levels at 30, bro. All those low light tapes that we're collecting these low light tapes at 39, 29 years of age. So,
Yeah, bro.
hey,
That's the
it's
thing.
scary.
Listen, everyone's talking about Konate, but Konate, all right, he had a bad game, but Konate is excellent. You know what I mean? And he's been nothing but excellent for Liverpool. So the most bizarre thing is that Liverpool fans, because I said he's their best centre half, they were saying, "Oh, really? See?" I'm like, why are you celebrating Konate taking L's in the name of EVD who got hooked at half time?
Liverpool fans are weird like that, bro. They did the same thing with Salah and Mane. Like Mane would
Yeah,
miss a chance and they'd be like, "Yo, Salah would never do that, bro."
yeah, bro, crazy. Konate had a mare. I don't know if that's a World Cup hangover or what was wrong with him. The intensity got to him, but he had a mare. But listen, the own goal was unlucky, so I'm not even going to talk about that. The second bit was poor. Some people say a push, but I
You
don't
gotta be
know. But
stronger.
listen,
You gotta be
yeah,
stronger.
you got to be stronger. I agree with that. It was a terrible performance, but I trust Konate to still be next couple games to still be fine, to still be quality. People are saying Van Dijk was injured, but that was the LeBron after the finals. Hey, my hand. Yes, I just hit my wrist. I just hit my wrist. Yeah,
Oh, this right here.
bruv. He had to be sedated before the Dallas finals.
You're too dumb.
Yo, my wrist. But so yeah, but listen, I think
Oh my
Konate will
goodness.
be fine, but I worry about Van Dijk. I worry about Liverpool's senior statesman that got them all the success. Salah, his stats might look good this season, but how many Premier League goals has Salah got?
I'll tell you that real quick.
I'm sure the comments know. How many Premier League goals has he got?
Salah has. Am I blind? Is he not in the top 10? Surely I'm blind. I don't see him anywhere. Oh, seven.
Seven.
Yeah.
7 in 19 games. How many games? How many games you played? Let me check. Not
I think
19.
he's played 18. I think he's played 18 or 17.
17. Salah.
Yeah.
7 in 17.
Someone was saying earlier too, he's missed 12
That's
big
not
chances
Salah.
this season.
Hmm?
Someone was saying earlier in the chat that he's missed 12 big chances this year.
This is what
in
I'm
the
saying.
league.
So look, 7 in 17. I'm worrying about him if I'm a Liverpool
Even
fan.
this, hold up.
I'm
This he's UCL top scorer. He scored 3 goals against Rangers, bro. Right? Like if you look, people gotta stop just looking at the end of the season how many players scored goals. Bro, I remember Berbatov won the Golden Boot. He scored in like 6 different games. Come on, man.
Didn't Rashford end the group stages that time? Rashford ended up one of the top goal scorers in the Champions League, and we went out in the group stages. Do you
He scored
remember?
3 against Leipzig.
There we go, 6 goals and stuff. Cristiano Ronaldo last season had 6 goals in the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? So listen, the bread and butter for Salah and Liverpool right now is the Premier League. 7 and 17. Fabinho's cooked. Van Dijk is looking cooked. Trent is just getting his form back, it seems. Robbo's up and down. He didn't even start the game. That's just what the reality is. Klopp needs to rebuild that side. Simple.
No, 100%.
Simple. Has he got that in his locker? We've seen him do one rebuild with every club he's been at. We ain't seen the second sides because he's left. The seventh season syndrome. We ain't seen it. So let's see. Let's see if he can build a side.
Look, man, unless this new takeover comes in real soon and they just go dummy with that money, maybe. But from what I've seen of Klopp all throughout his career, his biggest flaw for me, actually, no, he's got 2 for me. I don't think tactically, he's as flexible as the best managers. I've always thought that about Klopp. But secondly, I think he's loyal to a fault. And he's going to have to make some huge decisions, bro. Fergie let go of some of the biggest players in the club's history because he just knew their time was over. In fact, he knew it before they even start to show it. Fergie was the best at basically predicting players' downfalls, and they would go be washed somewhere else. Pep, the same thing. He's ruthless in terms of he recognizes when a player's on the decline, go bring in someone younger and better. Klopp has to start doing that. And I think with some players, it might already be too late. But yeah, I think the next club we got to go to is Spurs.
Oof. Oof. That bar-led tapping Tobes jumped into my mentions for I don't know why, because I said one game at a time. My man jumped in my mentions. Oh, what did he say? Let me check what he said. Let me check what this guy said, bro. I can't even remember, bro.
There's only one word I want to say. Unsustainability. They called me a madman. There's a certain quality that football fans really lack in today's game. And you know what? I'm definitely guilty of it. You talk about Odegaard. I was lacking this quality when analyzing his game. The word is foresight. The ability to see things before they happen just based on evidence. Results-based analysis is the worst thing you can do. Guys, that style of play that Spurs were playing all season, going down 2-0 and scoring 3 set pieces, that can't fly over 38 games, guys. That can't fly. Spurs have hit a wall. They've absolutely hit a wall. Their top scorer from last year is cooked. That guy is no longer considered a top player in my eyes. Harry Kane, I don't know if he's got World Cup hangover. And Conte, man, you cannot win games consistently going down 7 games in a row, conceding the first goal 7 games in a row. It's unsustainable. That's the word, unsustainability. And I'm here for it, man. I'm so happy to see their downfall. I have nothing against Spurs.
But 2 goals down the season?
I think 7. I think 7 times they've conceded 2 goals in a game.
Ash's comment, but Suma's tech. If I begin to speak, listen, let me not even talk on that. But now, all round, Spurs, you can't, as you're saying, it's unsustainable, bro. You can't, there came a point where you're just like, okay, cool, this ain't sustainable. But then it kept happening. And you're like, is this going to get them top 4 if they keep playing like this? But what we're going to see is that this ain't going to get them top 4 if they continue playing like this. Do you know what I mean? It's not. And Conte is putting things out there. And I don't think, Jose Mourinho used to do that type of stuff to his team, where it was like, he'll say something in the media and he'll gas them up. But do you know what he had in his camp? He had real men, bro.
Grown men, yeah.
He had guys that would look at him, Drogba and these men, and be like, what? Is he talking about us like that? All right, cool. Say no more. Harry Kane isn't that guy. You know what I mean? Son isn't that guy.
Lloris is your captain, for God's sake.
Lloris goes to France, turns into Oliver Kahn, goes back to then becomes Danny Ward. I genuinely don't get it. I don't get it. Like, he jumps.
It means more hype.
Bro, but honestly, like, you look at what they do. I don't think they have the characters like that to take what Conte is saying, bro. Conte is coming with all of this. His future's in the balance. You're already looking like you're thinking, do you know what? F these players. Do you know what I mean? They're going to look at it. They're going to see that his contract's in the balance. And then all it takes is Lloris, maybe Kane, to say to Levy, listen, you know what I mean? We're not really feeling, man. then he's not going to even get they'll just take the contract off the table. So Conte looks like he wants to leave. Son has been an
Cooked.
absolute disgrace this season. And it's like this level of performance and output is outrageous, bro. It's outrageous. What he's doing it's a crime, fam. What he's doing for Spurs this season is a crime. And I know Fuad, who's a vocal Spurs fan, is always talking about Son out, but I haven't really, obviously, I don't tap into the Spurs fan base's network. But are these guys done with this guy? Because this is mad, fam. Like, this is mad.
I mean, bro, even before the World Cup, Fuad was the one who opened up the case study against Son, bro.
Yeah,
we didn't have to do that shit for him. He did it himself.
This is what I'm saying. And when I said this last week, people were like, pause. But I'm telling you, they like Son because, they look at him and they think, oh, he's so cute. He can pinch his cheek. Bro, give me some production. Give me some damn production, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. But Spurs, they're cooked, man. Like, I don't worry about Spurs, honestly. Like, they have got Conte who maybe can dig out results, but he's starting to see that position now where he's like, let me just see this contract. What's going on at Juve? Inter, maybe can I run back there? That might be his flow, honestly, because they're done out here, man. Spurs, bro. Honestly,
Bro.
Kane, we might be able to talk to you in the summer, but after that penalty, you showed me your mentality is just, you ain't got the mentality.
I don't like that mentality.
I don't like it. I don't like your mentality.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you who we got to get out of there, bro. Kulusevski. They're not going to basically buy him, I bet, because I think they have to make the top 4 for that. I can't remember what exactly the buyout clause was, but hey, it's not looking good if they don't make top 4 in terms of retaining Kulusevski. Because I look at him, Fuad has been consistent with this, and that he's probably their most important player. I might agree with him, but one thing I want to get on Fuad for, during this whole winning run that they had, even though they were playing like dog shit, I kept asking him, bro, is it worth it? Like, if Spurs basically play this style of play and they don't make top 4 and they don't win any trophies, what's the point of Antonio Conte? Antonio Conte, you basically sell your soul to the devil because you basically forfeit the fact that you won't play playing good football, but typically at the return of winning trophies. You play bad football, but it's worth it at the end of the day because you got a Carabao Cup. This guy went out in the first round of the Carabao Cup to one of the worst teams in the league in Nottingham Forest. They're not going to win the Champions League. I'll be damned if they win the FA Cup. What's the point of Antonio Conte at that point, bro? His job is purely to go into clubs for 2 years and win as many trophies as possible. If not, it's a failure.
I think with Spurs, yeah, Daniel Levy has, you look at their defense especially, they haven't revamped that properly in a while. And you look at what Daniel Levy's done, right? They built a core under Poch, and they were flying. Spurs are reaching the best levels they ever have in the modern history. Then Poch goes, all right, it goes still. From Poch, you should have started rebuilding that side. Okay, Wembley, you had to go to a new stadium, all this stuff. There's an excuse there. Cool. Poch was the casualty. You bring in Jose because you want to win now. You want to win now, right? You sack him before a cup final, whatever. You get rid of Jose. It wasn't working out. It wasn't going to work out regardless. Conte comes in again. You went with a win now manager, but the squad is still mid. You know what I mean? These guys are Jose and Conte are not win now with scrubs, bro. They win with people sometimes say Conte has a scrub team, but not really. Juventus, he had a top side. Okay, Inter, he signed Young and stuff, and people are like he's cooked, but they were still a good side. He had Lukaku firing, Lautaro. Chelsea were a top side. So you want to win now, but the squad is so mid. Do you know what I mean? So, and I worry for Spurs because Poch, Jose, and Conte, 3 back-to-back. That's some good managers, bro. I'm sorry. That is a good level of manager. So now after this, with Kane getting older, with Son now washed, Conte might leave.
They got to blow it up, bro. Tank.
They got to blow it up. Cash in
Tank for Webamiana, bro.
Cash in on Kane. And then rebuild that squad, bro. Rebuild that squad, and then go and get a manager who, I don't like the term, but a long-term man. Bro, I skipped Nuno, my bad.
Yeah.
I forgot that even happened. So go and get a long-term manager. That's why I was always saying Potter looks made for that job. I used to say Eddie Howe looks made for that type of job. But they went with the win now route. Don't care about the style of play because Nuno didn't play pretty football. He used to do banks of 5. and
Yeah.
just everyone. So Spurs, Levy, the way they've run that, they've run it into the ground. And for this whole successful period that Spurs have had, zero trophies, zero memories other than Lucas Moura hat trick, done out here.
Crap.
Spurs, after Conte, I don't think we're going to see them again, bro, because Newcastle are going to come. I just think they're going to be floating Spurs, man.
And they're
Between
going to be in a situation too, bro,
floating.
late 2000s Arsenal, where they're basically in this massive stadium with no Champions League football and no real bona fide stars in their team. Bro, they're going to be in a nice ass house with booky ass furniture, bro. You're going to have a TV that's not working in some mansion.
This is what I'm saying. So listen, I worry for them. As I said, thank you for NFL London. That's all I can say. that's the greatest thing they've contributed, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
That's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. Nah, look, man, I love to see it. The thing with me with Conte, right? Because like you can talk about managers and so many managers now have failed at Spurs, and like, is any manager really set up to succeed at that club? Perhaps not, but bro, he spent a shit ton of money. Like you look at this squad, for the most part, it's a lot of his players.
Who's that?
Longley, Perisic, Romero here is signed, Bissouma, Bentancur, Kulusevski, Son and Kane obviously are his guys as well. On the right, now Emerson, to be fair, is my man Nuno signed
The
him.
names that you just said. Romero is one of their better players.
Yeah.
Bentancur is one of their better players.
Yeah, Kulusevski
is one that Perisic is even one of their better players in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, let's say 4 of them. Bissouma, okay, probably at the moment he's a bust.
Richarlison, I didn't even bring up Richarlison.
0 goals in the league. So realistically, right now he's a bit of a bust. Who else is there? Who else did you say? Jed Spence. Okay, at the moment he's a little bit of a bust, but I think 4 of those signings have been their better players. So you just think maybe if they backed him a little bit more, why couldn't something good come out of it? You know.
For me, right, I look at Spurs and their biggest issue for me, well, they have a few issues. 2 of them, to be precise. One is that they play way too reactive, in my opinion. I look at the best managers in the world at the moment, and look, there's no one right way to play football, but you look at the best teams, the best managers, and they play progressively. Like, they want to be on the front foot, in control of games. They want to be protagonists of games. And Spurs, they play too reactionary. Like, they only start playing when they go a goal down or when there's 10 minutes left in the game. That's when you see Spurs, they have some initiative. They have some alertness. So that's a huge problem for me. And second of all, they have no creativity in this team, bro. Their only chance creation is Kane drops deep, plays Son over top, or Kulusevski creates some magic on the right. But when you look at their midfield of Højbjerg and Bentancur, Højbjerg and Bissouma, you might think 1 or 2 of them are good players, but they're not creative players. Why did you spend 60 million on Richarlison when your midfield is basically just workhorses, bro? There's some good players in there, but realistically, they're workhorses. I look at that as one of the biggest flaws of Conte's tenure at Spurs. His basically reluctance to strengthen the creative side of their game, because they're average in my opinion.
Yeah, they definitely needed some creative players, but I don't know with Spurs, man. Like, yeah, good mention. Højbjerg, I think he's been great.
He's been good, yeah.
Him and Kane, I think, have been the only players that are really stepping up this season. The rest of them, I don't know. And Kulusevski, of course, and the rest of them, I don't know, man. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but yeah, they need creative outlet, but then that means he has to drop that back 5 probably. Drop that formation.
He's not doing that.
And we know he's not going to do that. So Spurs are in a little bit of a pickle, and it looks like Conte's done. You know,
for me, bro.
I said wing back systems are key, and he hasn't signed any top one. That's true.
Perisic.
Your Perisic, yeah, he's been all right, I guess. Yeah, he's been good. But then who's on the other side? Emerson Royale, Doherty, Jed Spence. As soon as Spence signed, what did he say? I ain't my signing. Bro. Don't
he distanced himself quick from the.
Don't attach that guy. Listen, Spurs, done out here, mate. Done out
I'll tell you this, bro. For as long as I've been watching Spurs, they've always been a club that they play attractive, easy on the eye football. People like tuning into their games once in a while. They never win anything. They need to just embrace that mentality, bro. That's who you guys are. You are not City. You're not Arsenal. You're not Chelsea. You're not United. Just embrace the fact that you're the beautiful losers. The minute Fuad tried coming in on this thing of like, I'm here to win no matter what, that's not you, bro. That's not you. You're acting different. Be comfortable in your own skin, bro. Fuad, be comfortable in your own skin.
You know them guys, yeah, they go to uni and they start acting like they were killers in their ends. Like, brother, I know you back home, bro. Relax. You know what I'm saying?
I know a friend of your friend, and he told me who you really are, bro.
He said you ain't like that. He said you ain't like that. So it is what it is, man.
Just
Them
chill,
uni
man.
bad
Just
mats,
chill, man.
You know?
Hey, one last guy I want to talk about.
Who's that?
A real man executive is going down soon, bro. Talk to me about your boy Lamps.
Lamps
Talk to me about him.
Lamps is like just my boy. I don't know, real men, he's a real professional. That's what he is. He's a real professional. And listen, punditry, best bet. Punditry, best bet, bro. That guy, bro, Lamps is looking 55. Lamps used to scrub up well, you know. Come on the pitch, tucked in shirt, professional, get in, get out. I'm seeing my brothers looking done out here, bro.
That hairline is dusted, bro. You
Hairline
can see
dusted,
bare scalp, bro.
full patch. I'm like, look what they're doing, bro. He's not looking fresh, bro. He's not looking fresh at all. And that's the one thing. You see that Jose squad? Them man are all looking fresh, you know. Drogba looks good. JT looks good. Joe Cole looks good.
Mm.
Lamps is looking, and he was the model pro, bro. You're looking good out here, bro.
Hey, yo.
You ain't looking good, my brother. Just, you know what I mean? Listen, just relax, just retire. Not retire. Maybe, bro, you might have to retire.
Nah, you gotta retire, bro. Let me tell you this.
Retire, bro.
Let me tell you this, bro. Pep, student of the game, midfielder, reads the game well. Carrick, same thing. I look at Arteta as well, midfield general. They're tacticians. They're the coach on the field. Goal hangers, bro.
Chill out with that.
Punditry, bro. Goal hangers. Beckenbauer, Cruyff. You need great minds on the touchline, bro.
What was Fergie?
That's not my era, so I can't speak on that. I'm a young G, bro. Come on. I'll let the historians tell me about that one. But goal hangers, man, go into the punditry. Tell us Shearer, Lineker, Lampard. I'm telling you, bro. Chill out over there, bro. Let the midfielders coach games. Goal hangers, you know what? Stay in the punditry box.
You see, goal scorers, yeah, they're selfish, innit? Goal scorers only think about themselves. That's what it was, innit? But listen, we move, man. Lamps, step down, bro. You know what I mean? He's looking Harry Redknapp's age mate, bro. And that's his big uncle, fam. You know what I mean? So just step down. Punditry, I'm sure BT is still waiting for him. Gerard too, bro. Go link up with Rio and that.
There you go.
You guys do the BT thing. England Golden Generation. Scholesy pops in every now and again. Owen Hargreaves. You got the England Golden Generation.
Hey,
bro. You man head over there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, Ashley Cole's about to go with them too, bro.
This is what I'm saying. Oh yeah, Ashley as well.
Gary Neville, bro. That whole Golden Generation make terrible gaffers, bro.
Bro, no disrespect to Ashley Cole, but no, let me not even say it. Forget it. We need black coaches in the game, bro. We need black coaches. Let me not even say it, bro. We move, man. We move.
I love it. I love it. We got anything else to talk about out of these games? I know Brighton, obviously, big up to them, bro. They just keep cruising, man. No Potter, no problem. They look great. My boy Mitoma. Mitrovic, I think he scored again today. Did he? Yes, he did. He will be suspended against Chelsea, though.
Did you see the goal as well?
Yeah.
Touch, left foot finish, bro. That guy is. I love Mitrovic, bro. I love Mitrovic. There's one guy as well in my DMs. But I'm waiting. Yeah. I'm waiting because I said Mitrovic. He said, "Bro, come on." I said, "Bro, Mitrovic is the truth, you know." He said, "All right, let's see if he can get 50." I said, "Bro, we should be looking at him." He said, "If he can get 15 goals, he'll hear it." Mitro is on 11, I think it is. He's coming. He's coming, bro. Real men, bro. Real men. Hey, but yeah, he's missing the Chelsea game.
No, 100%. And look, Chelsea plays City on Thursday. And guys, we'll have United State of Mind tomorrow. Thursday, we'll have FTBL stoppage time. We're asking Chelsea versus Man City predictions. What do you think about that game at Stamford Bridge?
When's that? Thursday, isn't
it? Yeah. This is a record, by the way. Sorry to interrupt you, but if this is true, Mitro's on 106 goals since 2018. That's serious, bro, for a Fulham player. That's serious.
He's a driller, bro. He's a driller. I'm gonna go City. Stamford Bridge, mate. That place isn't scary enough anymore, man. That used to be a fortress, but now it's like the days. I mean, as I said, bro. Back in the day, they used to have the Greyhound track. You used to watch the Greyhounds have a race. It used to be good vibes over there. You know what I mean? Just enjoy life. That's how it's going back to, bro. It's just a little walk in the park for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? You used to have date night behind the goals. You know what I mean? Because you could park there. So
no, you used to do.
yeah, bro. Listen,
back in your day, 1990s.
with hydraulics, bro. Pull up in my hydraulics behind the stadium, right behind the goalkeeper. You could park your car. You know what I mean? Just have to make sure just make sure the ball don't hit your windscreen. You know what I mean? That's all it was. But nah, I would say I'm gonna go City. I'm gonna go City 3-1.
I got 2-0 City. I think it's gonna be comfortable, bro. And they got to get themselves back on track because Arsenal dropping points. Okay, City can get back into this real quick. But yo, I think that's gonna be it, bro. Like I said, United State of Mind tomorrow, guys. Make sure to tune into that.
Shout out to Matoma, man. He's cooking. He's cooking on a moment.
Bro, Matoma 3 years ago was in university, playing for his university team.
Swear down.
3 years later, he's cooking in the Prem. Impressive, bro. Impressive.
See, so when people tell some players university ain't too late.
Elanga, there's hope for you, bro. You can come back in 3 years, be a star in this league.
Yo, the university talent is tough, bro. It's tough, but now Matoma's cooking, man. You know what? Do you know what's funny? Yeah, just a random one. You see what Almiron is doing in the moment, yeah, and you look at Matoma. I remember I was talking to my guy in my group chat, and we were like, "What the hell has happened to Iosi Perez, bro? He's rubbed out now, bro. He used to be the Almiron, the Matoma of the Prem, bro. He's rubbed, fam.
Yeah, he's crappy,
bro. I'm like, yo, I don't know what happened to Iosi guy, bro. But anyway, we moved, man.
Like I was saying, United State of Mind tomorrow, guys. I'll let you guys know later on what time that's going to be dropping. And then, of course, after City versus Chelsea on Thursday, Cam and the guys come back with Stoppage Time TV. But I think that's all we got to talk about today. Great week to be a United fan. Liverpool and Spurs, better luck next week. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, comment underneath. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, subscribe, like, comment, notifications. And remember, one game at a time. Just one game at a time.